What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? Welcome back, and unfortunately with not so great news. Essentially, I'm here to talk about Nintendo. What is it about Nintendo? Well, of course, the PR nightmare that is Nintendo. Let me explain real quick. Here's the deets. Nintendo was originally supposed to host a big Melee tournament with the Big House. The Big House here was supposed to host a Melee tournament online, and with no surprise, Nintendo just does what Nintendo does best. Cancel it on these poor suckers. They don't... You kidding me? They don't deserve happiness. They don't deserve to play the game that they like. No, sir. No, sir. What will Nintendo do? Cease and desist. So here we go. Big House is heartbroken to share that we've received a cease and desist from Nintendo of America Inc. to cancel our upcoming online event. We were informed we do not have permission to host or broadcast the event, primarily due to the usage of Slippi. Sadly, all our competitions are affected. We are forced to comply with the order and cancel the Big House online for both Melee and Ultimate. Refund information will be sent shortly. So we apologize to all those impacted. Now, what really gets me annoyed about this in general is there are several factors about this. Project Slippi isn't a mod for the game. Project Slippi, all it really does is add online playback functionality to Melee through Dolphin. Now, Nintendo has tried their best to sue emulation for a very long time and have failed several times in courts, by the way. They failed. The only thing that they have a footing in is the distribution of illegal ROM. That is true. You cannot distribute games that you do not own. Nintendo owns those games. They have a right to fight for it. Now, thing is, where this argument falls flat is that the Big House has hundreds of copies of Melee. And I'm sorry to put it this way, but I haven't seen a single person who doesn't own a single copy of their game. At least one copy, by the way. Some people are enthusiasts. They'll buy multiple copies, digital, physical, collectors, all that jazz, right? At least one copy of the game if they're competitive in it. I've never met an individual that does that. I don't even think it's even a question if you're a full-time competitor in the game to not have a copy of the game. It doesn't make sense, right? Like, how could you be so good at the game and so invested in it without the actual copy of the game? That's insane. That's insane binging. I cannot imagine somebody having that much time to do that. Anyways, and even if you look on Slippi's page right here, you're gonna see NetPlay getting started to help you set up Dolphin for use of Slippi Online, the latest version of NetPlay. That's all it is. It's just NetPlay as rollback netcode, integrated matchmaking, Slippi replays, auto updates, and more. That's it. That's it. That's all. There are no games, no ROMs attached to this, even if you look in the download section. That's it. It's just the launcher. It's just Slippi. You're not allowed to sell or distribute those ROMs. It's illegal. So why is Nintendo doing this for? They just don't feel like supporting Smash community. It's free PR for them. Smash community will do their own thing with Ultimate and everything like that and give them free publicity. They'll just continue to milk that sucker like the teat of a cow. All right. If you thought to yourself, what more could Nintendo do within 1 week to F everyone and upset every single individual on the internet? Well, here's another one. Splatoon. Huge game in Japan and North America as well, but much more in Japan. The Splatoon community, in support of the Smash community, has 30% of the top teams in this weekend's Splatoon North American Open with team names that support Melee and Smash. So what does Nintendo do? Again, what Nintendo does best. They cancel the live stream. And here are the names of these monsters. We can't have these. Meleetation? What the F is that? Is that like some sort of like evolved mutation of Melee? What the hell? Free Melee 221? Free Melee 227? Oh my god. These guys are monsters. They need to be stopped. We're gonna cancel the live stream. And then the creme de la creme, guys. Meet Captain Alex. Captain Alex here was the founder of what we call the Etikons. The Etikons were Joy-Cons that were produced to help support mental health awareness and also just to raise money for charity to help promote this mental health awareness, because Etika, may he rest in peace, actually took his life due to depression and several underlying mental health issues. It's unfortunate, and these things could be prevented if the right resources go into the individual. What Captain Alex does is he tries to fundraise it with these Joy-Con. And now, when you look at this, what is the first thing that comes into mind? Why can Nintendo cancel it? How can they cancel if it's for charity on top of that? Like, what's so bad about these? If you guess Joy-Con in the name, you guessed it right. Nintendo gave a cease and desist based on the words Joy-Con. And you could see here the fact that anything mentioning Nintendo Switch, Joy-Con, the way it's spelled like this, and having the Nintendo Switch logo, and as well as all these Pokemon trademarks are unacceptable. Now, the problem I have with this is that under fair use, the thing is Joy-Con itself, it's true, it is a Nintendo trademarked word, but Joy-Con Boys is an expression. Now, when you do a quick Wikipedia search on the US fair use factors, you can see here that there are 4 underlying factors that they look at: the purpose and the character of the use, including whether such use is of commercial nature or is for non-profit educational purposes. I'm pretty sure charity falls under that. So 100% of the proceeds goes to charity. Perfect. The nature of the copyrighted work, charity again. The amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole, and the effect of the use upon potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, basically anything for their own profit and for their own use and their own personal gain, if they are using Nintendo's products or Nintendo's trademarks, right, for their own use and their own personal gains in any way, shape, or form, this basically covers all of that, then yeah, this is a great cease and desist to pull off. But as you guys know, it's for charity. And guess what? It was not only just any charity, it was $10,000 worth of charity. It's unbelievable. It's honestly astounding how one company could just proceed to just anger every single individual on the internet. Not even just like Nintendo fans. It doesn't have to be just Nintendo fans. Just looking at this is a PR nightmare. You cannot do this as a company. This is just unbelievably irresponsible to not know the difference, especially when you have companies that have these on their websites. I won't label the company specifically because that's just weird, but they have Nintendo Joy-Cons. Remember, we can't have those words together. Nintendo Switch, the logo, they have all of that together. Yet because maybe they're bigger, they're getting away with it. Now, you could say, hey, why doesn't he get a licensing deal? Well, they didn't even approach him, and he was actually open to the idea of licensing, I believe, if we scroll through these Twitter posts. It's just unbelievable. It's honestly unbelievable. You know what's really funny, guys, is that I was actually in the middle of making this video right here. You can see it right here. We're in Adobe Premiere, releasing it for when you watch it. And then Nintendo decided to pull a fast one on us again. You can see over here that GilvaSunner, who posts Nintendo music on YouTube, just got copyright claimed to death. And when I mean to death, I really mean to death. Super Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time and Mario Kart Wii have been blocked in its entirety on YouTube by Nintendo Japan. This is absolutely disgusting. I don't know if you guys know this. This is not the standard practice for video game music. Final Fantasy, who has Nobuo Uematsu, who is like a masterful individual, who has amazing songs in Final Fantasy, have all these videos by other fans. 6.2 million views, Zen-like Productions. No Rank, 1.8 million views of relaxing music from Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy 9 complete soundtrack by Teclaroma. It goes on, really. Like, this is not the case. If you want to make income from it, well, guess what? Spotify, it exists. Square Enix has a playlist on Spotify. Nintendo needs to do something like this. If they really care that much, maybe have their own YouTube channel posting all the music. They won't. Anyways, it's by far the most disgusting practice I've ever seen, and I think they've officially made themselves on the radar, not to just Super Nintendo fans who are concerned with Splatoon and Melee. No. Those are niche of the bigger picture. Now you're reaching YouTube audience. This just reassures you that they've really officially put themselves on the global radar of music now. Music isn't just appreciated by like these single-handed gamers. No, sometimes like these adults just go on YouTube and they say, hey, I just want to search for this song on YouTube, and they can't find it, and then they look into it. They're like, that's very odd, I'm pretty sure I found it before. They really don't need to look far on Twitter and on the internet to find out that, hey, Nintendo made a copyright claim on GilvaSunner here, and yes, he has 419k subscribers. It may not be a lot with respect to a lot of other YouTubers, but he does have a lot of watch time for all his songs that he's posted for sure. It's very disappointing. Anyways, guys, I'm so sorry that I couldn't end this video on a more positive note. Nintendo's being just the way they are, and it's unfortunate. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and share this video with your friends and family. Also, be sure to check out my Twitch down below. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Anyways, guys, stay creamy. Peace out.